Welcome back to John Adams Drums. This is going to be the third installment of a double bass drum series. The first video, if you haven't checked it out, is on double bass drum basics on your 16th note groove. The second one was on triplets and sextuplets. This one's going to be on our double bass drum fills. Just two quick double bass drum fills to get you rolling. Then the sky's the limit, really. These were the first two that really got me through, and the main ones that I use a lot. I don't use a ton of double bass drum fills in my playing, but these are the ones that I do if I am using double bass drum. So we're going to be dealing with the first one is going to be 16th notes, and we're going to be dealing with it more of in the application of 32nd notes. So if you're not familiar with 32nd notes, you have your subdivisions of quarter note, eighth note, 16th note, 32nd notes. So you're playing your 16th notes twice as fast, basically. So if you're thinking 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E, and each 16th note is going to get two notes inside of that. And I'll go through and show you how that is. It's not as fast as you think it is. When I first thought 32nd notes as a youngster, it was a daunting idea of like, oh my God, I got to play 32 notes in the space of my 1, 2, 3, 4. Once you get rolling with it, it's kind of a natural progression, and it kind of feels somewhat normal once you get used to it. So the fill that we want to start with is just 2 and 2. And we're going to just start. I like to learn all my exercises on my snare drum and my bass drum so I can get comfortable with the pattern. So the first one's just going to be 2 and 2. I tend to lead with my hands instead of with my feet, but we'll go both ways so you can see what I'm talking about. So the first one's just going to be 2 snare drums, 2 bass drums, just back and forth. And I'm just doing right, left, right, left. If you're left hand, you might be doing left, right, left, right. Again, we've talked about this in other videos. There's no right way or wrong way. It's whatever way works for you. If you're right-handed or left-handed, or if you're ambidextrous, figure out which way feels more comfortable. So let's say I'm playing my bass drum fill, or my double bass drum fill, and I'm doing my 16th notes, and I'm playing like 1 and 2 and 3E and 4E, and that might be easier to do. Sorry. With one foot, but if you're playing it even faster, which is where the 32nd notes are going to come in, that's when your double bass drum really, for me, works the best. So if I'm playing like, and I'll try and take it super slow where it makes sense. 1 and 2 and 3E and 4E and 1. 3E and 4E and 1. So right there, I'm playing 16 notes instead of the 8 notes of the 3E and 4E and 1 and 2 and... So that's a cool 32nd note fill. So you're just going to play. Now at the very end, if you're leading with your hands, you're going to play the last 2 bass drums, and then to come back to beat 1, you've got to play a 3rd bass drum, so it's kind of 3 in a row at the end there. Hopefully that's making sense to you. Take these really slow. Just get comfortable with that. Now, if I flip it and I lead with my bass drums, my 2 hands are going to end, and I've only got to play a single hit on bass drum 1. So you can play these any combination of that. So if you've got your tom here, which I don't, I have my ride cymbal here. I've got the second floor tom. And again, to be honest, I only tend to use a 4-piece style kit when I'm recording, when I'm playing. The second bass drum for me feels like it's very far away. I'm probably 5'5", 5'6". So for me, it feels very far to reach. I don't know if other people feel like that. I do have it because sometimes I just need that deeper tone. But it's good to go in a circle, so I'll show you if I do that going to my floor tom. So I have 4. So if you're dealing with something that's 16th notes and you're trying to do a fill that's like 3 E and a, 4 E and a, it's great to use 4 drums in a row in a sequence because that gives you your high to low sound or low to high if you're coming back up. So if I do that same thing. So that, again, was leading with my feet. Now, if I lead with my hand, just remember I'm going to have to play 3 at the end. Right? So you want to think of it both ways. Practice it both ways because you're going to find a certain way that feels good to you. Leading with your bass drum, leading with your hands first. And a lot of it dictates the song will tell you what you want to do. Or sometimes the band member will say, man, I really like it when it sounds like the hands are going first or the bass drum's going first. But use your ears, try out different patterns. So that's your 16th notes, which are basically your 32nd notes because you're doubling the time that you're playing it. So in 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 1. Each gets to 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 1. 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 1. So that works for your 16th notes. Now your sextuplets are going to be your 6s. The one that I use the most, actually I'll go over that in a second. So we're going to take it here. We're going to do 4 hands and 2 feet. But you want to think of it as like a sextuplet. Da 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 da. 1 triplet and triplet, 2 triplet and triplet. I have a lot of students that do like 1 E and a 2 E, 3 E and a 4. They play it 4 16th notes instead of thinking of it as that sextuplet, 6 equal notes with a triplet feel. 1 triplet and triplet, 2 triplet and triplet, 3 triplet and triplet, 4 triplet and triplet. So again, if I lead with my hands, I've got to play a 3rd bass drum when I come out of it. So one of the exercises that I tend to do is I do right, left, right, and then I bring the left hand down. Right, left, kick, kick. So if you do that, again, remember you've got to come out with your bass drum, the extra bass drum on the end. Slow. Right, left, kick, kick. Right, left, kick, kick. Now, if you start with your 2 feet, you've got to you'll only need 1 at the end. So I don't use that one as much because for me, it always feels better to go with my hands first, but you should be able to do both. So here's it with the beat. 1 and 2 and 3 triplet and triplet, 4 triplet and triplet, 1 and 2 and 3 triplet and triplet, 4 triplet and triplet, 1 and 2 and. That one's harder because I got to get my hand over quick. When I'm doing my hands first, I have the 2 bass drums and I have time to get my hand over. But that's just, I need to practice that one more myself to get that more comfortable. When I need to pull it out, I can pull it out. Again, I'm not a huge double bass drum player, but I can usually pull out fills when I need to. This is to help you and to help myself get better at exercises. The more I teach, the better I get. So that is pretty much the end, I think, of the double bass drum starter fills. So that's like your sextuplets over 3E and a 4E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1 and 2 and 3E and a 4E and a 1 and 2 and 3. Then you've got your sextuplets. So start with those. If you've got any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Send me an email at rumandsteeljohn@yahoo.com. I can answer any questions there. Also leave my TikTok and Instagram at the bottom, which is at John Adams Drums if you want to check that stuff out. And as always, please like, share, subscribe to help build the channel. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. And I will talk to you guys soon. Have a great afternoon.